She rode upon it. Return to sender.
Well, holidays. We've been talking a wee bit about them this morning, and they're a great thing if you're away from the office and home, the stresses and strains of work, the constant little pests that we know as emails. Now, we've got an out-of-office, what's it called? Out-of-office assistant.
Yes.
Which you switch on when you're away from the BBC, and it tells people that you're not around to answer the emails, but you come back and there'll be hundreds of them sitting in your inbox. How do you get rid of them? What do you do? Marge Beattie from Secretary for Hire is with us. Morning, Marge.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. And you?
I'm great, thanks, yeah.
How many clients have you got?
Ongoing clients, we have about 10.
Right.
And then there's a lot of ad hoc clients on top of that as well.
Uh-huh. And do you look after their email accounts for them?
I look after a couple of email accounts for a couple of clients, yes.
Uh-huh.
And they do need the help, believe me.
I was reading some statistic about how often an email pings up into your inbox. I mean, it varies obviously depending on who they are and such like, but it can be a heck of a lot. You know, some people.
I'm getting up to 300 a day.
Oh, it's depressing, isn't it?
What do you just do? Do you put the cursor on the first one, scroll down to the bottom one, press delete?
Oh. Well, I tend to deal with it as it comes in because of the type of job that I do. I've got to look after my clients' emails and also the work that comes in as well that I need to send out to my ladies. So that's got to be dealt with straight away. But you get used to the way of dealing with it. You can sort of read the ones that are important and the ones that you can deal with later.
Right. Yes. So do you have mailbox accounts that you would have named as, you know, entry, urgent entry, less urgent?
Yeah, well, I've actually
deal with tomorrow,
got
deal with.
a few. I mean, I suppose a lot of people, even having your email at home, you've got more than one email account now. I tend to I don't like dealing with them all separately, so I've got them through all the one place.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just looking in one place. I don't have to keep logging in and logging out to different email accounts. So I've got them going through Gmail, and then they're all coming into the one place. Then I can deal with them all in the one place. But yeah, when they come in, you know the ones that are urgent, then you deal with there and then. But I've actually set up different folders.
Right. And
that's where the email management comes in. The ones that don't need to get dealt with straight away, then you can put them in a folder that can get done as and when.
Yeah.
I've got different folders. I've got a follow-up folder.
Right.
So something that needs an action done. And then I've got a hold folder. So that's something that contains an email that that I need to have around for a while. Maybe you're booking a holiday and you've got all your flight details in there or something like that. So you need that to keep a look at that. Then I've got a later folder that's contains emails that I'm going to read later. And the rule is if the email requires an action, but I can't afford to ignore it, I put it in the later folder.
Right.
And then I've got the archive folder. And in the archive folder, I've got all my client folders split up.
Right, okay. Well, I don't think my system's too much different from that. I have, I'll go through them, and I'd love just to be able to deal with them once a day. That'd be my ideal scenario.
Yeah.
And I've got the email account here at the BBC, which does get dealt with once a day. And then, but at home, if I'm in the office all afternoon, then I'm dealing with them as and when they pop in. But like yourself, I have delete.
Yes.
Obviously for the ones that don't require any action at all.
Exactly.
Or they get filed in various different folders. But the action ones, I used to just have one which was called my entry, which I knew needed action. But then I've had to develop two, which is an entry current and an entry long term. So the ones that don't need dealt with immediately go into long term and will get dealt with at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever really works for you. But you have to really think about your folder system. That's important. When you've got your emails there, you can just get yourself into a right guddle if you don't think about it. So split your emails up into different folders. Call them whatever you like, whatever works for you, whatever's going to prompt your memory to deal with the stuff that needs dealt with. That's what to do.
See, I think if something's been in my entry current for more than a month, then it's not current, but it still needs dealt with.
Yeah.
So these things drag you down.
Procrastination is, really. There's a wee adage I say: if you read it, you answer it.
Right.
That's kind of a mantra that I've got.
You're trying to adapt it.
You don't have to read all your emails straight away as soon as they come into your inbox. You can file them into your later.
Oh, then I would never read them.
Would you not?
No.
No.
Out of sight, out of mind.
If you read it, then you deal with it straight away. Because if you get an email in and someone sent you an email and you don't answer it, say that you don't answer for a week, then they don't know you've got that email.
They bounce back, would it not have?
Not necessarily. I mean, if it's come into your inbox, then it's arrived. So it's just it's rude. They just think
you're right.
You're ignoring them.
Right. Yes, for a reason.
Well, maybe we should have an out-of-office assistant, or not, an in-office but can't be bothered assistant.
Yeah.
Well, that's
you know
an
what?
idea.
I'll get back to you whenever.
Hey, you've gone into one of my entries. Guess which one, Yawn.
If I'm out of the office for any length of time, if you're on holiday, you can put like a message that like you're just said. You can put a message on your email saying to people that you are on holiday. But even if you're going to be out of the office for a day and you don't have one of these smartphones and you're not checking your emails on the go,
don't.
Then it might be a good idea to put a little message on to say that you'll be back and answer the email tomorrow.
Some of the email accounts that are available, there's Entourage. We have what's it called here? Outlook email. Some of them are pretty smart, and they'll shift emails into accounts of their own
filtering
accord.
System.
Filtering.
Yeah.
Any advice for people in setting up proper filtering?
Well, that's why I use Gmail. They've got quite a good filtering system. You can set it up with colours, which is quite good because then your eyes are immediately drawn to the specific colour you assign to certain things, and also your junk mail filter. That's really important because otherwise you'll just get adverts for unmentionable things coming into your inbox that you don't want to deal with, and a lot of them can be viruses. So you need to have a virus killer set up as well. It's important for your email to have both of them. I normally have my junk mail filter sent to about medium. If you set it to high, then you could miss a lot of client
everything
emails.
Goes, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a good sort of happy medium. You don't want to set it to low because then you're going to be getting all the stuff coming in, for medical things. Medical things, yes.
Operations.
So
somebody still thinks I need to have my breasts enhanced. Just stop emailing me. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, so I mean, I've just set your junk mail filter, and you can also set your automatic filtering to for certain clients, for example. You may not need to deal with their email straight away, so you can just put that straight into their own folder, and they can just deal with that as and when.
Now I know how to, if on mine, if something comes in and I don't want it to come into my inbox, I can mark it as spam. And I think if I mark it as spam 2 or 3 times, then it will always go after that into spam.
Yeah.
But I don't know how some people come into spam that I don't know how to get them to come through into my inbox.
Because they put some sort of attachment on it.
Yes, just because the company, the server thinks, well, this looks like spam, so we just put it into spam, and I don't know how to get
your server's probably set to quite high then.
All right, so I can change it to
you can change that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I've learned that. Marge, thank you very much for coming in.
You're welcome.
And folks, I hope you got some tips there. I still think the best thing is delete.
That's the thing. Delete ruthlessly.
Yeah, if it's really urgent, they'll come back to you.
Aye, exactly.
It is 21 minutes to 12, and to think we're talking about flirting at 1.